For teachers, lesson plan is one of the must-haves for an effective teaching and learning process. Whether you're a practicing teacher or an aspiring teacher, a well-planned lesson could make or break your career or your future career. So in this video, I'm going to share how we usually conduct English classes at the elementary school here in Japan. So if you are an aspiring ALT applicant, you can actually get an idea on how to develop your lesson plan for your demo teaching. Note, however, that ESID or ESID, every situation is different. Other elementary school teachers or other elementary school ALTs might have their own way or own flow of presenting the lesson. But I hope that by watching this video, you might get another new idea on how to improve your English language teaching in the elementary school level. So let's start. The first part is greetings. In every class or section, there is what we call the Nichibang, or the student leader for the day, or the student in charge for the day. So it is the Nichibang's responsibility to signal the class or their classmates about the start or the end of every period. Usually, the Nichibang signals the class or commands the class. Shisei o tadashimashou. Ima kara eigo no jugyo o hajimemasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. However, in my class, I taught some basic English expressions that they could use to signal the start of our English class. So I taught them stand up, attention, bow, and then the greeting, which is either good morning or good afternoon. And then the Nichibang, after, say, exchanging good morning or good afternoon greetings, the Nichibang says, sit down. That's when all students have to take their seats. The next part is the question about the date, the day, and the weather. So after the opening greetings, it's either I or the homeroom teacher or the JTE asks the students, what's the date today? Or what day is it? And then followed by, how's the weather? This is after the students have learned already how to say the months of the year, the days of the week, and the different kinds of weather in English. So in the previous years, I taught the different kinds of weather in the first and in the second grade. In some schools, I think they only get to teach the types of weather or the kinds of weather in the third or fourth grade because that's only when these lessons or these topics are included in their textbooks. For the days of the week, I think it's also in the third grade. And then for the months of the year and then the dates, they're part of the fifth grade lessons. So depending on the grade level that I teach, I only get to ask questions about topics that they already have learned. Third, the English 4 rules or the rules in English class. Though these are part of the new English textbook for the 5th and the 6th grade, I also use this or introduce this whenever I have classes in the lower grade levels, especially when I go to the hospital school. The 4 rules in English class are smile, eye contact, clear voice, and response. Of course, when I introduced these rules, the JTE or the homeroom teacher that I work with translated the meanings in Japanese. Then I made these cards or these icons and then pasted, of course, the words at the back and also used magnet sheets so that whenever I use them in the class, I'll just paste them on the board and then leave them there until the end of the period. And then as I post each card on the board, the students say the rules. So my JTE or me asking, what are the English 4 rules? And then students will say these rules as I post them on the board. So, smile, eye contact, clear voice, response. So sometimes I jumble. So this sometimes the students expected that same order: smile, clear voice, eye contact, and then response, or smile, eye contact, clear voice, and response. So I jumble, and sometimes it makes them like more excited to see if their guesses of the order are right. Number four is the alphabet jingle. So again, since we have digital textbooks in the elementary and in the junior high school, I try to maximize the use of these materials. So aside from using the digital textbook as visual aids and teaching aids, we also make the students sing the alphabet jingle, especially in the fifth and the sixth grade. So it doesn't take much time because the normal speed for the alphabet jingle is like less than 5 minutes. And then you can adjust the speed to 3 minutes for the fastest speed. And then the slowest is also about 4 minutes or more than 4 minutes. So again, it's less than 5 minutes for the alphabet jingle. So even if we do it, even if we make the students sing it every time we have class, it doesn't take much of our class time or of our lesson time. So the alphabet jingle in the English in the fifth grade and sixth grade textbooks, digital textbooks, go like A apple, B banana, C cat. So I think including the alphabet jingle in every class or before the start of every class helps the students familiarize with, of course, the letters of the alphabet and the basic phonics of the English alphabet. Number five is review, and number six is the lesson proper. So for number five and number six, it depends on the activity or the lesson for the day. Sometimes we don't actually use the textbook. So yeah, especially if we think that the activities listed there or suggested there are not appropriate for our students, or there are more interesting activities or ideas, lesson ideas that we could think of. Of course, we still follow what's suggested. I mean, the topic suggested in the textbook. It's just that we use a different approach in teaching them. So for numbers 5 and number 6, it's up to the homeroom teacher or the JTE, the Japanese teacher of English, and the ALT to discuss what's best, what they think is best for their classes. Number 7 is game time or fun time. For number 7, again, it depends on the activities listed or suggested in the textbook. Sometimes we follow, but most of the time we don't. We present our own games or activity ideas. And then I think this part, the game part or the fun time part, is where most of my students in the 5th and the 6th grade are looking forward to, because it's when we give out stickers. So, because in 5th grade and 6th grade, we have point cards for the students. So every time that they participate in the game, for example, in a quiz, and then they got the correct answer, we give them stickers and then paste them on their point cards. So whenever a student finishes or completes all the stickers needed for the point card, they will receive a prize. So the prizes don't necessarily have to be expensive or something fancy. What we usually do, what my Japanese teacher of English partner and I usually do, is we buy sets from sometimes 100 yen shop. So sets of erasers or pencils or some other toys. And then we make the students choose from those sets the prize that they want. So yeah, the students here are happy and thankful for receiving a prize, even if it's just a simple one. So for this, again, it depends on the creativity and the discretion of the teachers, of the ALT and the homeroom teachers or the JTEs that you work with. Number 8 is the closing greeting or the end greeting. So just like in the starting or in the opening greeting, the Nichiban, again, commands the class or orders the class to stand up, to do attention, and then bow before I give my see you again or see you next time, which the students will also reply, see you again or see you next time. So in case you are curious, in other subjects or in other English classes, it depends on the HRT that I work with or the JTE that I work with. The Japanese command to close the to signal the end of the class is これで英語の授業を終わります。ありがとうございました。So, and then the students all together would say ありがとうございました. The students, including the teachers. So there you go, the simple flow of my English classes in the elementary school level. I hope you learned something again from this video. 以上です。